Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. This will be your energy update for the first quarter moon. So, the first quarter moon is technically from the 9th of February through the let me see here, the 16th. However, what we're going to look at is from the 8th because I completely got I got way too busy last week. I wasn't able to do the energy update last week, so I just wanted to touch on the 8th a little bit as well. So basically it'll be from the 8th to the 15th, but the first quarter is from the 9th through the 15th. Okay, and I've decided these weekly energy updates, I'm going to start doing them by the moon cycle. So I'll do every week, I'll do a quarter. So this week will be first quarter, next week will be second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. Okay. All right, so welcome if you're new. How we do this video is I'm going to go over some of the astrological aspects that we have going on for this first quarter moon, and then we will pull some cards for the collective, as well as I'll get some advice and probably well, we'll see where it goes, but we'll get some advice for either the element, we'll probably go elements because this tends to be a little longer of a video. So if I do by zodiac sign, it takes just a little too long. All right, so thank you guys first off for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, all the things that help your creators. It truly is appreciated and it does make a difference, so thank you. Let's just, first of all, I just want to quickly go over, we have a lot going on this week. Okay, we've got, for this first quarter moon on the 8th, just before the first quarter, we've got the moon moves into Aqua and makes its first conjunction to Pluto in Aquarius at 10:57 a.m. Central Standard Time. Adjust for wherever you are on the planet. And then on the 9th, we've got the new moon in Aquarius. On the 10th, we've got the Lunar New Year, the Year of the Dragon. The 13th, we've got Mars enters Aquarius. The 13th, we also have Mardi Gras. We also have a couple other aspects I want to look at on that day. And then on the 14th, we have Valentine's Day. So there's a lot packed into this update. There's a lot going on. There's some very powerful and potent energies that are activating even more within us, these powerful themes of awakening. And it's ongoing. It's almost like you can't rest or be settled. There could be disruptions that come in this week. It's energy that literally like keeps you on your toes. You could even feel, pulled in many directions or a little agitated. There's some fiery components, yet a lot of airy energy as well. So, there's just a lot going on. There's also a potential of energy that's giving us more insights into how we use our energies and how we look at all of the different systems and layers. Our emotions, our nervous system, the physical body, our mental or spiritual aspects. There's all of these things kind of like bombarding us, it feels like, this week. But it's essentially giving us insight. It's showing us how to use our energies, how to upgrade ourselves a little bit, right? And we also do have a lot of solar energy, solar flares that have been coming in. And I know there was one, I think it was the 6th. I can't remember who I heard this from, but maybe it was Molly McCord. Shout out to Molly McCord. I love her work. But there was a CME, which is a solar blast, a blast from the sun, and this specific one was pointed directly at Pluto. And Pluto has and most of the aspects that I'm going to talk about today has to do with Pluto. And Pluto tends to transform things. Pluto shakes things up. Pluto represents beginnings and endings and transformation. So there's a lot being stirred up this week. All right, so on the 8th, we've got the moon, which moved into Aquarius, and like I said, it made its first conjunction to Pluto at it'd be 9:57 Eastern or 7:57 a.m. Central. And the moon is our mental power. It's mother energy, it's happiness, it's femininity, it's our internal world, our intuition, our emotional life, right? All of the stuff going on below the surface. It's that which you feel, right? It's where we feel emotionally safe or unsafe. And this aspect is stirring up conflict. It's stirring up deeper truths that need to be acknowledged, that can be wildly uncomfortable at times. It's revolutionary energy. It's energy that inspires change. So there could be something changing, big transformation, change energy going on in your life. Or you could change even like how you feel, since the moon is involved. How you feel about something could be changing. The moon tends to make it personal, right? It stirs something within that perhaps we didn't know how to deal with. And with Pluto, again, Pluto's transformation. Okay. And then today, as I'm recording this, and I had just been so busy, I apologize for, I should have made this a little sooner, but it's all good. So today, on the 9th of February, we have the new moon in Aquarius. And the new moon marks the beginning of a lunar cycle. Right? It's a prime time for setting intentions, setting new goals. And Aquarius, you know, it's something outrageous. It's eccentric. It's far too futuristic, right? And this moon arrives prepared to inspire us to break free from the past, right? From anything that restricts our personal freedom, and to just say no to all the rules that were set in place by the previous sign of Capricorn. The moon's passage through Aquarius brings out the rebel in all of us, right? And far from being a rebel without a cause, we choose our causes for a reason, even though they seem to be at random, right? Now is the time when we're ready to break rules, but also break out of our ruts to try something different, right? And to make sure that everyone sees us for the unique individuals that we are, regardless of what we have to do to prove it. Now is the time for extreme, erratic, and abrupt actions, when we surprise even ourselves with what we say or what we do. Right? The moon brings out the unpredictable side of us, inspiring us to do some U-turns and maybe even some complete reversals, right? To change our minds at the very last minute. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, the only planet in the crew named after a Greek god. Right? So standing out in the crowd and being unique individuals are more important than anything in this energy. Uranus is also quite startling, however, you know, so just unpredictable events can make our schedules go, you know, a little topsy-turvy, and our emotions perhaps rise up suddenly. So just watch for a tendency to become a little fanatical, right? Or to act deliberately rebellious without a reason, or to break tradition just for the sake of breaking it. You know, it's very erratic type energy, okay? And then, let's see, where were we? On the 10th, yeah, on the 10th, we've got the Lunar New Year, aka the Chinese New Year. And I talked a little bit, I talked quite a bit about this already in the past, but I just wanted to touch base on it. since we're here, just quickly, it starts on the 10th and it lasts up to 16 days. So the Lunar Year, New Year, or Chinese New Year is filled with festivities and gatherings. It's the gathering of carnivals and parades, and then it ends with the Lantern Festival on February 24th. It's also known as the Spring Festival. Okay, so it's the and it's all there. It's the year of the wood dragon. Okay, so the Chinese zodiac is a 12-year cycle that links each year to an animal sign. Okay, so the 12 animal signs are rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, sheep, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. And the order of the animal signs is fixed, with the dragon being the fifth in the cycle, right? Hence the year of the dragon. 2024. Last year in 2023 was the year of the rabbit, and then 2025 will be the year of the snake. So each year also corresponds to one of the 5 basic elements in Chinese cosmology, namely metal, wood, water, fire, or earth, creating this 60-year cycle. And the universe is believed to be composed of the 5 elements that interact with each other in this cyclical way. The 5 elements are the fundamental building blocks of everything around us. And this 60-year cycle is a combination of the 12 animal signs and the 5 elements. The understanding and application of the 5 elements is an essential aspect of Chinese astrology, cosmology, medicine, philosophy, and feng shui. And as I've said before, I feel more guided to learn more about the cultures and traditions of the Chinese. So be prepared for that. I think it's fun to learn about different cultures and particularly different forms of astrology, for me at least. So what are people born in the year of the dragon like? Okay, because individuals born in the year of the dragon, according to the Chinese zodiac, are believed to possess certain characteristics and traits associated with the dragon, right? And so since this is the year of the dragon, this will also be a collective energy. They tend to be ambitious, confident, charismatic. They possess an abundance of energy and enthusiasm while also displaying exceptional intelligence and power. They're naturally lucky and gifted, so this could be a really lucky year for us collectively. A year of gifts where, we start to really tap into more of our gifts. They often accomplish their endeavors with exceptional standards of excellence. And this is exactly why I said this would be a really good year for businesses or for anyone like career motivated this year when I did the New Year. When I did the New Year predictions videos, when I talked about the year of the dragon, if anybody's wondering. However, there may be some of these negative characteristics such as arrogance, bigotry, dominance, irritability, and subjectivity, which may make them, reluctant to accept defeat. So some of the shadows, right? Arrogance, dominance, irritability, not being able to accept when you're defeated. Okay, it's important to note that the characteristics and personality traits associated with the Chinese zodiac signs are the generalizations, right? As with any cultural or astrological tradition, there exists a considerable degree of individual variability that shouldn't be overlooked, right? So take everything with a grain of salt, basically. Let's see. Oh, a couple other things that I thought were interesting when I was looking up the year of the dragon. The year of the dragon is associated with various taboos that differ across locations and periods. However, there's a general consensus apparently on these certain taboos that one should observe this year. Okay. Um, okay, so apparently you should avoid using characters, or this would relate to they say characters, but for us it's words or energies of the first one is Zu, which means weapon. So be careful. Like I said, we got Pluto in this mix, so this is, I feel, important that we be very cautious of our reactions, especially anything like violent. And I'll talk a little bit why in a moment, but so this kind of makes sense. Also, anything related to Gao, I think I'm saying that right, which means dog, or Quan, which also means dog, because apparently dragon and dog have beef. So you don't really want it, and hold on, I'm going to go into it more. It says it's because Chen and Zhu are mutually exclusive in the heavenly stems and earthly branches. You should avoid placing the bed in a northwest corner when arranging furniture in your bedroom, as the northwest is believed to belong to the earthly branch of Zhu, which is associated with the zodiac animal of dog in Chinese astrology. So dog and dragon apparently do not get along. They have beef. So anything related to dog, apparently, or the dog realm, or things that have to do with dog in Chinese astrology is like a no-no. It says avoid wearing any jewelry that's shaped like a dog. What else? Avoid getting a new puppy. Oh my God. I wonder how, like, that's crazy. I wonder, like, if in Chinese, like in China, like how firm are they to these taboos? I wonder. It's something I might look up. Avoid collaborating with or marrying people who were born in the year of the dog. Avoid collaborating or meeting people who were born in the year of the tiger, because a competitive conflict can easily arise with the dragon and the tiger. Making collaboration or marriage difficult. Interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna start looking more into this Chinese astrology. It's very interesting to me. Also, the last thing I wanted to note about the Chinese New Year is yellow is the color. Wear yellow, decorate with blue, it says. But yellow is apparently a very lucky color that can impact your prosperity and fortune this year. And for those who were born in the year of the dragon, in 2024, the auspicious color is gold, which signifies success, wealth, and honor. Gold is believed to possess strong positive energy, symbolizes the sun and metal. All right, that's all I'm going to talk about on that part. The last couple things I wanted to talk about just real quickly before we get into the collective. On the 13th, we also have Mars entering Aquarius and Mars conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. So these are, Mars is motivation and drive and energy, and Aquarius is the humanitarian. It's unconventional, it's loyal, it's honest, it's friendly. But on the darker aspects of Aquarius is, and we have a lot of Aquarius energy right now. The darker aspects can be a little perverse. It can be a little unpredictable. It can be a little unemotional, detached. And Mars conjunct Pluto. With this transit, you'll be tempted to take over and run whatever's happening around you. There's serious power struggles that could go around this time and for the next few days. I would even dare to say through the week, or through this whole first quarter. This transit it's a strong stimulus to any kind of ambition, but the danger is that the energy can be rather violent and disruptive. Right? It represents a ruthless burst of ego energy that doesn't take kindly to limitation. And it's not only that you'll try to have power over others, but you may also be the victim of someone else's power play. In cases of violent assault, this or a similar transit usually occurs in both the victim and the assailant's chart. But that's not a typical occurrence with this transit. One indication is not enough to account for violence, incident of violence, and you would have to have, a repeating thing to be able to see it in your chart. But it gives you some idea of the strength of these energies. You should be warned, though, to avoid dangerous neighborhoods during the next few days, if possible. Positively speaking, this transit's excellent for doing any kind of heavy work, particularly if it involves making changes of any kind whatsoever. Even if you think that you're totally uninterested in power, you'll get a great deal of satisfaction out of having and using power this week. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to use this power creatively. Okay, just don't try to kid yourself that you're not thinking of your own interests during this transit, because you are, and there's nothing wrong with it unless your interests conflict with everyone else's. There is danger now of severe ego conflicts, which violent assault is an extreme example of. Your strong energies attract people who have similar energies, and before you know it, you might have quite a power struggle on your hands. And so, as forcefully but benignly as possible, you must convince others that your interests and their interests are interdependent. Okay? Whatever task you take on, you'll be able to work long and hard to accomplishment this week. You have the ability to either accomplish a great deal or to wreak havoc. If you're not conscious of your own energies under this transit, you could get into some trouble. Okay, so be conscious, be aware, stay grounded, be deliberate with your words. Okay, be cautious of, fiery energy that may get your ass in a little bit of trouble. And then one or two other things I just wanted to touch on. We do also have Valentine's Day on the 14th, of course. Valentine's Day is interesting because it really kind of goes hand in hand with this energy that Pluto and Mars is bringing up. It's back in the day, Valentine's Day was a fertility festival. When the Romans started it, they had this matchmaking lottery, and they sacrificed a goat, and they whipped the women to make them more fertile, right? And then it changed to more of a poetic presence to the loving hallmark energies that we have today. So a good time to create new positive energies in any way possible. A good time to contribute to love and romance and peace and joy and gratitude and happiness. And Gaia. And then also just one other thing that I did want to mention, on the 14th also we have the moon square Pluto and Mars, which could bring a bit of some disruptive energy early in the day. And then later on we've got the moon sextile Saturn conjunct Jupiter, which the day might start out as one way and then end up ending a little more harmoniously on the 14th, on Valentine's Day. So just keep that in mind. If on Valentine's Day you start off with a shitty morning, just know that there's an opportunity for it to turn around. Is that all I wanted to talk about? Did I even talk about Mardi Gras? I mean, I wasn't gonna say much, but Mardi Gras. Did I miss Mardi Gras, or did I talk about it? Oh my gosh, spacing out. So Mardi Gras the 13th, it's also known as Fat Tuesday. Basically, it's in preparation for Lent. The tradition is to eat all of the fatty foods that you have in the house in anticipation and in anticipation of fasting for Lent, basically. And then they have, of course, all of the cultural celebrations, which I'm not going to get into. I just wanted to point that out because it's showing more of the kind of back and forth energy that this week could provoke. Like on the one hand, there's celebrations. On the other hand, there could be some frustrations, a lot of energy, a lot going on with the moon, with our internal world as well, with our emotions. So a highly energetic week, a lot going on. Hang on to your seatbelts. Let's get into this collective reading. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the fire ant in reverse, which again, that's that volatility. It's there could be some gossipy energy as well. It's energy of excess. It's there could be some rigid thinking this week, some aggression, all of the things we really just touched on. We got the whale in reverse with the raccoon in reverse, the panther in reverse, and the beaver upright. Okay, so the whale in reverse is a bit of some heavy energy. There is an opportunity this week to slip into some old stories, so be conscious of your words. Okay, the whale dares you to dive a little deeper. Okay. The raccoon in reverse, there could be some competitive energy, some ego, we were just talking about the egos kind of disrupting shit this week. There also could be some lack or limitation energies that could arise. So again, a good week to be very conscious and deliberate with the words, okay? Because I feel like on the other side of this energy, the raccoon, is actually an artist that wants to take off some masks here. And to do things in a creative, authentic way. The panther in reverse can be a bit of some self-destructive energies. So just, again, be very gentle with yourself. Be very, very considerate of yourself. Okay, it's a good week to purge, to maybe prepare to purge. Maybe you want to start a fast next week for Lent. Or just because you feel guided to. It doesn't have to be for any, religious reason, but maybe make it a spiritual reason because you want to clear out some of the toxins. You want to get rid of the old mindsets. You want to eliminate some of the old habits. So, I'm just pulling on like the preparation of that and the importance of the preparation of detox. And then the beaver talks about service and physical labor, meaningful work. It brings about a happy energy of wanting to serve others and family. So I feel like that's a beautiful way to wrap up the week, is just the reminder of the importance of service to others, selfless service, meaningful work. Let's get some tarot here for the collective. We got the Magician, which just literally flew out and flew on the floor, which tells me that there is potential for this to be flipped upside down. So there is a possibility for someone to take your energy from you this week. There could be a little manipulation going on. Make sure that you are planning properly, setting the tone for the week. Because there is an opportunity with the Magician in reverse. There could be some, untapped talents there. There could be some lack of confidence that might come up. You could even be dealing with some narcissism this week. Okay, and they're all showing you where you can take your power back. How can you utilize your will, utilize your intention, and get creative with it? Like, there's lots of potential for creativity this week. Yeah, I think it's just going to be very important that you set the tone this week. This is a new beginning. So literally, you know, the new lunar year, right, is literally a time of new beginnings, and which is reiterated by the magician, number 1. It's the beginning. 1 refers to the one source energy, the connection of all, the source within. And then we got the Hierophant, Taurus energy, earthy, fixed earth energy. It's the energy of the unexpected. It's showing us institutions, conformity, its roles, its societal roles, the structures, the hierarchies. It's also ingrained wisdom and trust. There could be lots of new ideas that come out this week, new ways of communicating with the Page of Swords. And then we've got the 6 of Cups. This is about family. It's about solutions. It's about healing. It's about empathy. There could be an opportunity or a new idea that comes in to heal something from childhood or to put something in the past. You could also be, this could be pertaining to children and ancestry, and your power to create and to use these new ascension energies that we have coming in, this new mental energy to maybe break through some of the old ways of being, the old conform, you know, because it's revolutionary energy we're in. Okay, so how can you bring some balance for your own children's well-being, for their future? Right? How can you, and what my guides are showing me is the process of unlearning certain ways of being, certain mindsets, certain programs, subconscious programs, and creating new ones. Right? This is new ways of being, new rules, new ways of conforming. I also feel heavy energy on like trusting your own power, trusting your own intuition, and being the creator of the rules, of the traditions, creating new, I just keep pulling it, they keep pulling me on, creating new traditions and ridding self of the old heavy stories. Not slipping back into old stories, but constructing new ones. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the 8 of Cups. So this is literally just restating everything I just said. It's walking away from the old. Even if you had things were set up a certain way, like you thought they were lined up, now it's the energy of the unexpected coming in, and you know, you're walking away from things that disappointed you, things that brought that heavy energy, the old story. You're leaving behind the old. This could pertain to some abandonment issues as well, that you could be leaving some of those old stories in the past, some of the old fears, the constraints, the dualities. Letting go of the things that tied you down or made you feel constrained, and now putting more energy into where you do want to head, right? This new beginning, this is creating a new beginning in which you build your confidence, you gain recognition. There is recognition here also of past programs, past ways of being. They just keep pulling me on the older stories, on the things that were destructive, the masks, the facades that you carried. Okay, holding on to people just for the sake of holding on to them because it's the right thing to do when, you know, there's nothing left there. This is building your strength, your inner strength. This is collaborating with source energy, building your power, your own control. I love it. I'm here for it. Let's get some advice for each of the elements before I wrap this up. I think I'm going to go with, I can't choose. I'm going to go with Queen of the Moon, although the Elemental Oracle was also really, really calling. Maybe I'll get one of each. All right, who are we going to start with? Earth, air, fire, or water? Earth is calling. Earth signs. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. What advice do we have for this first quarter moon? We got the snow moon, purity. So this talks about, again, like we were talking about, cleaning it up, resetting. Snow leaves that blanket of pureness. It's like that which can, you know, it's purifying, you know, letting go of the weeds and you know, when we're thinking of the new moon in Aquarius and we're thinking of like planting at this period, it would be masculine energy that's barren and dry and fiery. It's used for cultivation, which is the process of developing a quality or a skill. So what are you cultivating? This day, or this energy, I should say, it's good for destroying noxious growths and weeds and pests, right? If we're speaking in terms of weeding or gardening, it's weeding the weeds and cultivating to create new, you know, new cultivations, new processes for developing your own qualities, your own skills, your own life. Let's get one more for my earth signs. Advice for this first quarter moon for my earth. I was like, what the hell? Nothing wanted to come out. I knew there was something. Okay, we have pressure that came out in reverse. Transformation. Don't listen, earth signs. Capricorn, especially, you're calling me. Don't fight this transformation. There's something transforming. And even if you don't like it, or you're trying to fight against it, it's still happening. And it just is a lot easier just to go with the flow. Start setting your intentions to trust that the universe is bringing you exactly what you need. Start setting intentions that the universe is bringing you blessings. Okay, you have to set the tone. It's a perfect time. The new moon, it's a prime time for intention setting. Okay, start setting intentions for what you do want, because I promise you, the more that you stay stuck in what you can't have, or you stay stuck in the old story, keeping up your facades and just, you know, the more that you condemn the pressure and stay stuck there because you don't want to let go, you don't want to release what needs to be released, the more stuck you stay, the more heavy you stay, the more traumatized you stay, the more you stay in this old story of lack of limitation. When it's over, it's done, it's time to move on, it's time to take your power back and to, you know, allow this transformation to take place. Make sure you're visiting any lessons. Okay, make sure you're looking at your shit at this time. Look, on the bottom of the deck, we have purity again. This is for a completely different deck. We have purity, earth signs. This one was snow. This is ice. These are decks by Stacey DeMarco, by the way, if you're wondering. I love, love, love her decks. Again, it's that energy literally of purifying, releasing the old, and allowing, inviting in even the new. Okay, trust that the universe has your back. Stop telling old stories, saying that the universe is against you. It's not. Okay, but you have to go with the flow. And I would invite you to check out the Alchemical Wednesday replay if you haven't already, where we talked about flow and water and drumming. There's a lot of symbolism in there. All right, next up, water, air, or fire. Fire. All right, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Ooh, we got number 33, master number. Threes represent the mind, body, and soul. And 6 is the number of carbon, of man, I should say. We got the flower, moon, and blossoming. Flower, moon, and blossoming. Actually, I think it's the next moon that we're in. The next full moon, the flower moon, if I'm not mistaken. It might not be till summer. I'm thinking of the flowers which bloom in the spring. So either spring or summer, there could be something really coming in for you, fire signs. Something manifesting. This is like okay, yeah, and then we got time in reverse. So be patient. I'm pulling on spring or summer. There is something that is manifesting. It could take a little longer. Okay, so just be, yeah, and look, on the bottom we've got the east, which represents the spring. Okay, so there could be something coming in this spring, but you got to set the intentions. What is it that you want in the spring? Where would you like to be? Consider these things this week, okay? Again, this is the prime time for setting new intentions, setting the tone for that which you want. Make sure that you are looking at yourself, doing some self-reflection this week as well, really getting honest with yourself for some of you perhaps, and not allowing emotions to run the show. Okay, be cautious this week. Fire energies can tend to get a little, fiery. For lack of better words, there can be some anger or aggression or even some rage that comes up this week. So just be aware of that, because with these Pluto-Mars energies, there's already a lot of fire energy going on. Okay, so just be considerate of that. Be patient with time in reverse. There could be something that takes a little discipline, or it might take a little time. Okay, so just be considerate. Okay, be patient. Okay, trust, and develop that mind, body, and soul connection this week. Any way that you can, whatever it looks like for you to develop that. All right, what's next? Water or air? Air. Okay. Advice for my air signs for this first quarter moon. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, we got water. Underneath, we had the pressure in reverse card again. So there's transformation that's taking place, I think, in the emotional realm, air signs. The water is emotions, and it's in this deck, it's creation. Some of you may really want to work with like blessed water, or some of you, if you haven't heard of Dr. Emoto's water experiments, that might be something that you might want to look at this week. Also, again, that Alchemical Wednesday that I just, it's actually uploading right now. I've been having trouble getting it uploaded, but it should be uploaded by the time this video is uploaded. Because we talked about flow and we talked about water and drumming, and these are just giving me all of those vibes. We got number 28 breaks down to a 10. There's completion here. Yeah, 28. 29 is an 11. So there's something here with, there could be something here with some duality, okay? The 11 is 2 ones, so it's two sides, it's the duality, but it's also a number of mastery and the number of the magician, right? So it's like taking your power back. Some of you could be doing a lot of meditation this week, or you might want to do a lot of meditation this week, because we do have a lot going on in the air elements, okay? So a good time to think before you speak. Air signs tend to, be the communicators. It might also be a good time to learn something new. On the bottom of this deck, we do have the fear in reverse. So I feel like this is breaking through some of the fears, some of the limitations, allowing that light to shine and really stepping into, look at how both of these energies just look so peaceful. Air signs, there's something transforming you. It's transforming your emotions and your thoughts, and it's bringing peace. Look at how there's doves in this one. This is the one for peace, but there's doves, which literally symbolize peace. She's got a crown on her head. She's got, it looks like the halo around her, and both their hands are out in this open, receptive state. Again, really good time for meditation, air signs, and literally everyone, because we literally have all the elements within us. And since there is so much going on in Aquarius right now, we all have air signs being highlighted. So again, meditation and really getting control of your emotions is going to be, and your thoughts, your thought forms are going to be really potent this week, okay? So just make sure that you are in a balanced state. And then last but definitely not least, my lovely water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, advice for this first quarter moon. Ooh, okay. Okay, fellow water signs. On the bottom, we've got water. Number 29 breaks down to that master number 11. And number 39 breaks down to what? 12, which is also a very divine number. It's the number of time. It could be time to create something new, water signs. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like there's something, well, of course there's something new here. We got the Lunar New Year starting. It's a new moon, so kind of a double whammy with new beginnings. And then we got home and earth. On the bottom, we've got cave and protection. And it looks like a womb. There's something new being birthed here. There's something that is growing. There is a deepening, I think, water signs of a connection with earth as well, with the earth element, with Gaia. There's something being created. Some of you guys could be guided to travel or to create some new plans. And to create with Gaia is what I'm getting. Like, look at all these, literally all these earth energies and water energies. There's something being transformed here. There's something new being birthed here. You're creating a new blueprint. Very much connected to the earth, connected to the grid, the crystalline grid, and of Gaia, Mother Earth. There's that sense of peace with all the doves around her and around her. This sense of open receptivity, a sense of being protected and literally working with Mother Earth. That's what I'm getting, water signs. I love this. Being a Cancer myself, this is beautiful. There's a deep sense of protection. Underneath that's standing out to me, it's completion in reverse. So there's something, this is number 4, which creates stability. The West is completion. It's So there could have been something that was wrapped up, or a cycle that's completed, that's ushering in this new creation, this new idea, or there's something earthy that's being manifest. Earth is earthy things are tangible, material things. So there could be something in the terms of like money that's being created, something that you've been hoping for, wishing for, that you've been manifesting, using your emotions to create. I love that. Beautiful, beautiful readings today. Thank you guys again for liking the video. It really does go a long way. I love hearing from you guys. Drop into the comments. Let me know how you enjoyed this reading. Let me know how you're feeling, if you're feeling some of these intense energies already. Let me know. If you're catching this after the fact, after the first quarter moon, all is well. There's probably still messages in there for you. Drop into the comments, hashtag replay, to let me know. Thank you guys, most of all, for being the change you want to see. Love you guys.